Hey everybody, it's Jenny, and I am here with you today to share how I planned this week in my memory planner. A little tip. I am sharing with you the stickers and the papers that came in the mambiKit that I got at Hobby Lobby. This is a kit. It retails for $9.99. I got it for, I think, 50% off. It was $5 for all this stuff. Seriously, the stickers alone are worth more than $5. So then you get all this awesome patterned paper. It's just wonderful. Now that yellow piece with the stripes down the side and the do more of what makes you happy, total personal fave. Need like 5 sheets of it. I just absolutely love it. But not the point. Anyway, also what like massive screw up? Yep, you're going to see it this week. So I've laid down the stickers or the photos that I'm going to use this week. I've already printed them on my Canon Selphy printer, and I am going to adhere them with my tape runner, and then I'm going to add all of the activities, all of the decorations of the week. Now I'm going to start with this big giant ampersand. I'm in love with yellow. It's going to kind of sort of, I don't want to say set the tone, but kind of, it's going to provide that really bold, fun contrast, and I just love it. That's really just it. Measuring the box size because, as you well know, I know the box size, but I want to make sure. I don't want to screw up. Actually, truth be told, I totally screw up on this piece of paper because I'm not really thinking about how, I need to kind of cut both sides. Yeah, no, totally screw it up. But it's fine. It ends up okay in the end. And so I'm really just that concerned about it, and it'll be just fine. So I put down the salvaged piece of patterned paper, which I love, by the way, and I use my Tombow MonoAdhesive to adhere it, and then I'm going to place a sticker on top of it, and I just absolutely love the way that it came together, and I'm using sort of this box as the inspiration for the whole week. So that box right there, the colors, the stripes, the whole thing, I love it. Let me say this, I have been scrapbooking for 16 years, and I have scrapbook albums that go back as long. And just a hint, if you want to save your planners or your scrapbook pages or any of that for the future, please, please, please make sure to use an acid-free adhesive. I could totally show you pages where my cardstock is discolored from not using acid-free items. So you think, oh, it's no big deal. It's totally a big deal, and it totally happens. So I'm just putting that out there for you. Something to think about. Now I'm using those little confetti stickers that were decorative that I also used as confetti up in Monday to use as bullet points for my activities. Now I'm super excited about this because they're very, very, very cute. They coordinate perfectly, and they do exactly what I need them to do. I really just kind of love the idea, to be perfectly honest with you. It makes this all just so much more playful and fun, which I love. Now I'm using my Papermate Flare pen like I like to do. It doesn't bleed through the pages. It gives me those bold lines. And if you want to know the truth, again, I guess this is just a tell-all today, isn't it? That it works really well with my handwriting. So the point here is to use a pen that feels really comfortable to you. And that's the Papermate Flare for me. For my handwriting, for the Happy Planner pages, it works great. Now, as you can see, I am pulling out a box from the Rainbow Sticker Book, and I'm not going to lie, these boxes are some of my very favorites. They do the job perfectly. Now, sometimes the text has to be covered for me like I'm doing right there because I don't need it for to-dos or I don't need it for whatever, but that's so easy to do that it's really not a big deal. Another thing is that I love to use the classic size box stickers in the Big Happy Planner because I love that it adds a little bit of room, like it's not going edge to edge. It has that little strip of white space on the side, and I just really love that. I think it adds to the overall fun design and just really, really, really lends itself to having a little bit more flexibility in terms of the overall page layout. Now you can see I'm putting a couple of those little appointment strip stickers above and below, and I've staggered those as well, and I'm just writing the activities right on there. This was a super, super heavy week, and I had a ton of stuff to document. So the page ends up being really, really full, but it's okay because I'm capturing all of our memories, which is the entire point of my personal memory planner. My personal memory planner is to document all of those things that we were doing right now. From the hours of 2 to 9 every night, and the weekends are crazy busy for my family. And so I know that someday I won't remember that. I won't remember just how busy it was. So this memory planner is so going to help me. And I can easily say that I won't remember those details because, truth be told, I don't remember the teeny tiny details of when my sons were 4 or 5. And I do remember them, like in the general sense, but I don't remember the specifics. And so I absolutely would have loved to had something like this to look back on. Now, it would have been a lot emptier, but not the point, really. Now, I'm using these cool little bullet points, and they are the little page flags, and I've turned them on the sides to use them as bullets. And I love that because it's unexpected, the shape is different, and I think it's just really a fun way to have things be cohesive, yet a little bit unexpected. Now I'm adding this cute little speech bubble right down there. These are some of my favorites, to be honest. I wish there were more speech bubbles out there. I think they're a fun design, and they often have a different shape, and you can use them in different ways than you could traditional box stickers. So now the first half of the week is finished. I'm going to flip over to the second half of the week, and that's where I have more of the photos because obviously I only had one photo for the first half of the week, which is super weird because, quite frankly, there were a lot of things going on, so I probably should have more photos, but for whatever reason, I didn't feel like it was important to include those, so I guess I didn't. But anyway, I have laid those all out in the places that I'd like to keep them, and so I will go ahead and adhere those with the mono adhesive. And like I said, I'm also using patterned paper as decor as well, like I did over on the first half. And again, measuring because, I measure every single time just to make sure that I have it correct and I don't ruin any supplies. Measuring, it just takes a second, and it's much, much better than having the paper ruined or the sticker or whatever it is that you're cutting up. Now I'm just using the mono adhesive. I like this one. The runner works very, very smoothly. It's inexpensive and it's really easy to use. I use enough adhesive to make sure that it's not going to fall out, which also in my experience can happen, but I'm not using so much that it's just overkill and I'm wasting tape either. So now we have the basic shell right there, and I'm going to start writing in the activities, and I'll leave room for journaling. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm looking through this seasonal sticker book, and I am looking for some fun beach-related photos. There are just so many different choices. I could absolutely go like 52 different ways with this, but the waves get me every time, and so does the happy little sunshine with the sunglasses or just the cute little face. Either one, they just are both so stinking cute that why wouldn't I use those when I have the opportunity, am I right? So then to include and to go with it, I'm going to use the alphabet stickers, and I've told you before how much I love these. They're just so versatile, and they're a great size for the planner, and I can't think of any better way to be able to personalize my planner pages than to use these with my photos and our activities. Now, I will say I'm kind of wrapping this up and I'm kind of thinking and sort of looking ahead to the next item, and this is where I begin to realize that I may have made a very large mistake. I am beginning to realize that perhaps this isn't right. I'm still kind of plugging along, but the back of my mind, this nagging feeling is coming. So like I'm writing, or I'm putting down the speech bubble, which is super cute, and I'm writing in these basketball games, and I'm thinking, I'm just not really sure about this. So then I flip the pages of my planner. You see it right there. And I realize, OMG, I have written down all the activities from the previous week, but I'm using the photos from this actual week. So, oh yeah, all that stuff I've already done, the wrong week. Now I panic and I shut the camera off, but I decide that what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you how I recover. So what I'm doing now is I'm removing the stickers and I'm sort of looking through my planner and deciding, okay, what actually happened? Is it like or is it the same any of the things I've already written down? Now, yeah, you're going to see a lot of recovery here. I'm not going to lie to you. But I figured it was a really, really good way to share with you that mistakes, you can totally come back from them. It doesn't have to be like throw the whole thing in the trash. Though, to be perfectly honest with you, that would have been 100 times more easy to do than what I did. But instead, I'm just going to show you how to recover. So I'm going to take one of these large stickers. This is from the big sticker book and these box stickers, and I'm going to place it down right there, and I'm covering up the two activities that did not happen. Then I'm going to go through to the yellow section, and I'm going to pull out one of those header stickers and cover the text that was already on the sticker. Okay. Now I have the activities down that did still happen this week. It was a recurring thing, and I'm going to use the box to write down the activity that actually did happen on Monday. Okay, so Monday is cleared. I'm good. We're set on Monday. So now I need to move into Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm going to pull up all the bullet point stickers and the speech bubble sticker because I could leave them, truth be told. I could just cover them with another sticker, but I didn't want the added bulk. So that's why I am pulling those stickers up, just to make it as smooth of a surface as possible. So I'm kind of cringing inside because I hate that I'm wasting these stickers. But I also realize that, well, it happened. It was a total mistake, but it happened and I need to move forth. So I'm pulling the stickers up and I'm going to work on making the planner now work the right way. It doesn't end up being perfect, but it ends up being pretty good despite coming back from the mistake. And let me just say, I could have just not shared this video with you. I could have just started all over and you would have never even known. The purpose of me sharing this with you is that, like I already said, I can come back from mistakes. We can just change it up and make it work. So now what I need to do is that one sticker was incorrect. I did have, this is kind of one of the reasons why writing just like one word isn't the greatest, but 99% of the time it works fine. So this was one of those opportunities where it didn't work out so great. So I'm going to adhere the new photo down, replace that sticker because it's still totally cute and it still totally works and I want to use it. Now it's with the confetti and it makes it fun. Hardly even seems like a thing, am I right? Okay, so now I need to include the Tuesday activities again. It's so weird because you're watching me plan this week again, the same week. Okay. I'm not going to lie. It required a lot of thought to make this come back together, especially since I had already thought it through once before. So that's why it's a little bit slower going right here, because there's really a lot of thinking as to how I can cover these things, how I can make them work, how they can all come together. So first I'm going to cover it with this round circle, and then I decide, yeah, no, I just didn't love the you and me again. Like I wanted to incorporate it 2 or 3 times, and then I thought, no, just not for me. So I pull it back up and then I include a different sticker and I'm going to use it as part of a layering thing, and you'll see that all come together a little bit later. So we've covered up one of the activities from Wednesday with that round sticker, and so again we're getting there, we're getting closer to what is going on for real this week. And now I'm taking that box sticker, covering the text, overlapping with the bottom sticker as part of that cluster like we already talked about. And then, of course, I will need to continue on. But like I said, remember, this is slow going because, well, it requires a lot of thought. I have stuff I need to cover. I have stuff I need to come up with. There's just so much here. So bear with me. I promise we'll get to the second half of the page and it's much, much easier to recover and go forward. This first half was much more of a struggle because there was so much here already that I needed to make work. So the good thing though is that my stickers are definitely getting a workout. They're definitely getting used, and I like the way that they turn out. So look at that. That little currently sticker covered my text. So now I can write the activity that I needed to for Tuesday and still make it cohesive with what I had already written on Wednesday. Isn't that awesome? I actually really, really like it, so hopefully you'll like it too, and you'll really see how, oh, okay, making a mistake is not the end of the world. Am I right? All right, so I'm taking this large sticker and covering the text at the top, and I did end up leaving a little bit, the slightest bit amount of the text showing on the left-hand side, and it really was just impossible to cover the entire thing with this particular sticker, and I decided it didn't really matter because you know what? I did screw up this week. So short of starting completely 100% over, there was going to be a little bit that was maybe a little bit tiny bit off, but I'm really not that bothered by it, and it's my personal project, so it's okay. Am I right? Now I'm just measuring that space a little bit because I want to use one of these border stickers, and I wanted to make sure that I had the correct length so that I could just cut it with my X-Acto knife and then peel it right up. So I'm just going to peel it, layer it right down there over that bottom sticker, and voila. So now you can see, okay, look at that. Oh my gosh. We're getting it done. It's better. It's cleared up, I mean, like that whole screw up, it's almost like it didn't even happen. Save the fact that, I've had to talk through the process twice with you, but it's okay. It's no big deal. Okay, so I finally found that cute little road trip sticker, and I'm just finishing up a couple of the last little details for this left-hand side, though to be perfectly honest, I will actually come back with some alphabet stickers at the very, very end of this video. But for now, I am leaving the left-hand side behind and moving on to the right-hand side. I'm going to just peel up these beach day stickers, which kills me because they're so stinking cute and I love them. But you know what? I'll use them or different ones again in the future. So it's really not that big of a deal. I'm just kind of bummed because I kind of liked it right there. So I'm just going to peel them all up, and luckily they come off without too much of a struggle. There's really not too much that is a problem, though I could pull out my adhesive eraser if there was that much trouble. And then I'll remove the speech bubble as well. Bummer because it's so cute, but it's okay. No big deal. All right, so now look at that. I am back to a clean slate for the second half of the week. It's like the major snafu that we just went through didn't even happen. It's amazing. I'm completely excited about that. So now I am going to start planning the rest of the week, and that's one of those large stickers from the mambiKit, and I love it. It's so cute, and I love how it just gives so much room to write, and it coordinates with the rest of the stuff so wonderfully. And it's not even a planner supply, it's like for scrapbooks or whatever, but I love how it just really had some staying power and pulled itself into my memory planner perfectly. So now I layered that ampersand with it as well, and it's just all tied together, and the cluster is super cute. And now pulling out one of those big documented stickers. I love the black and white along the outside. It's really, really adorable. And then it also lets me get down to the nitty-gritty details, which is what I really wanted to capture there in the first place. So now we're pulling into Friday, and I have activity that I need to make note of, and finding the perfect sticker, of course, and then also finding good placement for it, being mindful of maybe where I want to place other embellishments or where I want to place other journaling is important too. So for example, there were a couple of things I needed to notate for Friday, but I also knew, okay, I want to leave space for journaling. There's a couple of stories that I want to tell this particular week, and so leaving a block of space is very important, which you don't necessarily think about and seems to be, I don't want to say irrelevant, but less important maybe. But the whole thing is that I think it's all important. So finding ways to incorporate that is what's important to me, leaving room and making sure it all works. Now, I don't always use a sticker, as you can see there for Saturday. I really just kind of wrote in the activity itself without the sticker. We're getting a little bit to the point now where I had to use so many of them over on the left-hand side to compensate for the mistake. And so at this point, I'm able to just sort of go with it and add things as I can. But I'm still using the stickers. I'm still covering the stickers when necessary, like right there in the Sunday morning slot, since I didn't need the text that was already included. So now we're getting to the portion where I am nearly finished. And so for example, I'm going to add some journaling, like I mentioned already, and doing my typical, which is using the self-healing mat and my metal rulers so that they're magnetic and I can create these really straight, easy to use lines. I like to stagger them because then they're more playful. It's also just significantly easier, though the look is actually why I do it, but it also happens to be significantly easier because you don't have to worry about them lining up perfectly and then being screwed up and having to fix it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just having a couple of different clusters of journaling, one on the top, one on the bottom. I really like the sort of more authentic feel that the journaling gives the overall page, and then it also really just tells the story too. So I like that, and I like how having it corner to corner makes it really more visually appealing. Although there's lots and lots of ways to make that work too. It doesn't have to be corner to corner. There's different options that you can use for good design as well. So now this is actually a much bigger journaling block than I would normally have, but I had plenty of space here to incorporate it. And so I was really glad that I did. I was able to tell a full story right there in that section, and then also include the details of a different activity, a different event up in the top hand or the top left hand portion, and didn't have to smash it all into one space. So that's really cool. So now the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add some alphabet stickers to this left-hand side, and then I'm really pretty much finished with this layout. Thank you guys for sticking with me if you've made it this far. It was a struggle this week, but we got there, and it ends up being perfectly great. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment box below. I will do my very best to get back to you. And thank you so much for watching, and make it a great day.